right, Shalom. We're the brothers from the Gms Atlanta camp. We want to start off by giving all glory, infinite praises to
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Chakodash.
Understand our apostles and the elders and great bills, some of the teaching and rule well. Salutations unto the Akim throughout the four corners. Salutations to the few women and children that subscribe to us with the faith and sincerity, our charity and suggestion. That's key. With that, man, we just gonna get out like we always are, man. We out here to prophesy the downfall of this place and to do rectification according to the words of the Yahweh Shai through his word. Right? The spirit is gonna have it how it happens. We're gonna start off going into the hell block, man, because we have to answer questions. We always have to answer questions. So,
Look at the prophet Amos chapter 9 verse 2. Though they dig into hell, thence shall my hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down.
Read that back, Bible Shop.
God, verse 2. Though they dig into hell, thence shall my hand take them. Though they climb into heaven, thence will I bring them down.
Yeah, so it's that it says they. Who is that they talking to, speaking to? It's speaking unto Esau. Though they dig into hell. How do they dig into hell? That's the earth. And the brother's gonna bring it out here shortly that hell is a pit. It's an earth sha'al, which means the grave. Right?
Bring it out like he said, Sha'al. And Strong's info, it says, I'm gonna just go down. Just later in the Strong's definition, at the latter, it says, including its accessories and inmates, grave, hell, pit.
Grave, hell, pit. That's the earth, man. The Lord said that what? That he was gonna cast Esau into that pit. He was gonna descend out of that pit. So speaking of the earth, man. It's speaking of this tangible terrain, man. This terror. You'll bring that out because that's a good definition, but this is a better definition when you go into it. Matter of fact, let's just get the point. All right, you read that passage right there.
God, this is the online etymology. All right, it says in Middle English, also of the limbus patrum, place where the patriarchs, prophets, etc. awaited the atonement. Used in the KJV for Old Testament Hebrew, Sheol, and New Testament Greek, Hades, Gehenna, used figuratively for a state of misery.
So, true hell is a state of misery. Alright? Now, if a brother could, Bible Shop, bring that out in Ecclesiastes 3 and 2. Place under the sun. Bible Shop. I forget. But read that back, Bible Shop.
God, it says, used in the KJV for Old Testament Hebrew, Sheol, and New Testament Greek, Hades, Gehenna, used figuratively for state of misery.
Figuratively.
For state of misery or any bad experience.
Any bad experience. All right, that's when you get the word evil, which means a bad time. All right, so for us to say that we're in hell, that's an accurate statement. Now, you're having a resurgence here throughout the internet because you're catching a bunch of jakes that waking up out of this Christianity in its various forms and ways. You got a resurgence of people talking about they've seen heaven or they went to hell, and now they've been sent back through a blessing of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, the second chance, and they're telling the people what it looked like, or what it felt like, or the things that they seen. Hey, one of them said that they heard Rihanna when they went into hell, and it's like, come on, bro, like stop that. Like Esau's just yet a one-trick pony pushing out those fables of men. All right, so hell is a state of misery, or what did it say? A state of misery, or a
bad experience.
We're having it. The Israelites are having that bad experience. We're in hell, man. We're the last high, first five. We had to go through Jim Crow. We had to go through child slavery. The Israelites did. They experienced that. If a brother could about the shop, bring that out in Ecclesiastes. Yes,
Yeah, 16. Yeah. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 16. And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment.
All right, moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment. Where would that be? That's earth, man. It's the same place where people are arguing. Is it flat or is it round? What does it matter? You're on it, man. We're trying to see what's beyond this. All right, continue. So that's that. This place under the sun is earth. Continue.
That wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there.
So it says that wickedness was there. What? Hey, iniquity. Hell, man. Iniquity. What happens when a person commits sins? You're therefore judged. And what does the Lord do in judgment? He brings forth a bad time, a bad experience, man, that causes you to what? Go towards the righteous path, to go towards the straight and narrow, man. All right? Was it any more to that?
Now that was
I'll bring it back out one more time, brother.
this is Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 16. And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there.
And the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there, because that's speaking to the Israel, that's speaking to the land first. But we have imposters over there now, all right, that iniquity is there, because you got Tel Aviv over there, man. Like, come on. If that was the true Lord's people, that wouldn't be going on. So iniquity is there, but the Israelites are people before their place. So us, the Israelites, in America, committing iniquity. We're in Europe, committing iniquity. We're in Barbados, we're in Jamaica.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 16. And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there.
Yeah, so you got heaven and you got hell. You have the people of righteousness that are down here committing wickedness that is causing, that has set forth this hellish condition that the entire planet is up under right now. Because we went off, that righteousness, that iniquity was there. The Lord had to bring the whole earth under subjection, man, under judgment because of our iniquity. Now bring this out for heaven, Bible Bishop.
I got scroll down.
Yeah.
It says the English word is attested from late 14th century as a heavenly place, a state of bliss.
A state of bliss. So when we say Esau was in his heaven, he's in his state of bliss, man. So heaven and hell exist here on earth. They exist simultaneously, man. Even in the kingdom of heaven, somebody's going to be catching hell. It just won't be us this time. You see, we'll be in that state of bliss, man. All right. That was it on that.
Yeah.
Did you have something?
Yeah,
All right, go ahead.
To back up what you just said, this Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil has come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. So, as the brother was saying, ye heavens, and them that dwell in them. See, the people of the world, the spirit of the world is in a state of bliss. Alright? And those that come in a state of bliss, the Lord says rejoice, because this is the best is going to get from you. Alright? And woe to the inhabitants of the earth and everybody else. Guess what? Hell is coming to you because we catching our hell now, while y'all in y'all heaven. So then we can get our heaven next, while y'all catch y'all hell.
This is Mark chapter 9, verse 45. And if thy foot offend thee, cut it off. It is better for thee to enter into life than having 2 feet to be cast into hell, into the fire that never shall be quenched.
Yeah, you see, it says hell yet again. So it says what? He would toss your body out of hell into what? Well, into hell, into that lake of fire.
Into the fire that never shall be quenched.
That fire that never quenched. That's here on earth, man, because it's gonna be missile shot here. The scriptures constantly allude to it. The book of Revelation, the book of Joel, it constantly speaks to a nuclear fire, man. Yeah, bring that up.
This is Revelation chapter 20, verse 14. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire.
Now, how is death and hell cast into the lake of fire? you must first die in order to go to hell. That's the Christian doctrine, is it not?
Yeah.
You have to die to go to hell. Now, it says, what, read that back, Papa Musa?
God, this is Revelation chapter 20, verse 14. And death and hell were cast into the fire. So like into the lake of fire.
To the lake of fire. Now that's synonymous with the precept that the brother just wrote. It is better that you go into the kingdom, man. Listen to leg, listen to foot, and to have enter into the kingdom. Having that entire your whole body thrown into the fire, man. Speaking unto the two thirds. Now, read that one more time, Papa Musa.
God, this is Revelation chapter 20, verse 14. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death.
This is the second death. How is it the second death? Because the first death is judgment by water.
Yep.
The second death is judgment by fire. But it's also synonymous because the scriptures are manifold that our people are spiritually dead, man. Our people are spiritually dead. So what more here now with the second death that the Lord is bringing? He said that he's casting death and hell. How's he gonna cast hell into to fire if it's not the earth or this physical terrain, man?
Right.
He's speaking of America, this ground that we walk upon. He's gonna send thermonuclear fire here, man. That's how he's gonna cast it into hell. All right, and how else is he gonna throw death into the lake of fire? Because simultaneously as Jake is being destroyed by thermonuclear fire, the Lord is gonna be beaming up Israelites, man. Just like Yahweh died on the cross and he put himself forth that living sacrifice, various men are putting forth themselves as that living sacrifice that they should scarcely be saved in that day. All right, was that in on that? All right, you can bring that out.
I'll start at the top. This is the book of the prophet Jonah, chapter 2, verse 1.
Yes, sir.
Then Jonah prayed unto the Lord his God out of the fish's belly, and said, I cried by reason of mine affliction unto the Lord, and he heard me. Out of the belly of hell cried I.
It says out of his affliction, so he was catching hell, man. To be afflicted is to be what? It's to be pain, man. It's to be trouble. It's to have blockades. It's to have adversity set against you. Why? Because the Lord called him to go to Nineveh and prophesy. Jonah went the opposite way. So the Lord had what? He had the big fish come to school after he was thrown over. It says what? Continue.
Continuing on, it says, and thou heardest my voice, but thou hadst cast me into the deep, in the midst of the seas, and the floods compassed me about. All thy billows and thy waves passed over me.
It's passed over. Yeah, so that was the hell that he was catching in that fish, man. So you talking about being seasick, when you have the motion sickness or whatever they call it, like when you out to sea. Hey man, he had it times 20, man, times 100. He was in the belly of the fish, but he said he cried out of the belly of the fish out of hell. Read that back. I don't want to butcher.
Right. Going back to verse 2. And I said, I cried by reason of mine affliction unto the Lord, and he heard me out of the belly of hell.
Out of the belly of hell, man. Was he speaking unto fire? He spoke to waters being around him. How do you have waters in hell, man? When they spoke of the rich man in hell, begging Lazarus, begging Abraham for a drop. What? It was that affliction was hot, was it not? And that's what they like to use when they use that dogma, man. When they push that Christian dogma, they like to use that analogy, that precept, man. But it's not to be. Then that would be Jonah would be contradicting that. Right. Read that back.
Verse 2, it says, and said, I cried by reason of mine affliction. And just to, if you go back to the previous chapter, the last verse, it's telling you that Jonah was in the belly of the whale for 3 days. 3 days. So this is what the affliction he's talking about.
Yep.
Smells. Yeah, come. Hey, bring that up.
This is Matthew chapter 10, and I'm starting verse 27, and it says, what I tell you in darkness that is spake ye in the light, and what ye hear in the ear that I preach ye upon the housetops, and fear not him that kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him that is able to destroy both soul and body in hell.
Both soul and body in hell. That makes you think of James when it says that he cast them down into the chains of darkness,
That's
into the
exactly
day
what
of
I'm going
judgment.
into.
Now read that back. Read it back.
It says, I'm going to start at verse 28. It says, and fear not them that kill the body.
So Esau, that's what Esau wants you to do. That's why he preaches this eternal damnation. That's why he pushes the devil in his image, man. Because he's merciless. He doesn't understand mercy. That's why when he speaks to hell, it's a place that you're forever tormented. Hey, that's not even going to be in the kingdom of heaven. They're going to serve up for 1,000 years or what? The Lord is going to get rid of Esau. Hey, you other heathen nations, go back to your land and live as I intended. That's a good creation to live. Right? You see? Continue.
God, and it says, but and fear not them that kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul.
Who is only known to kill the body? Esau, he'll torture you in hellish ways, man. An infinite amount of ways to die with Esau. How he'll go about torturing you. Right. And that's how he wants you to fear the Lord. If you can escape physical pain, if you can escape Esau's physical pain, maybe I can escape the Lord's judgment. It's synonymous in a person's mind, man. Monkey see, monkey do. It's all through the spirit. That's literally how Esau wants our folks to go.
I just want to say too, where it says, fear him that is able to destroy the body and soul in hell. Think about people that are born disabled. Think about
Hey, I know. Go ahead.
Yeah, just think about those people that are born disabled. Think about those people who have debilitating diseases. Look at these countries where you got people that were born hunched over and they can't even sit upright.
Allergic to water.
Or allergic to water. Like, is that not a hellish ass condition to where you can't even the hell that you're even in the hell within a hell?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we're all in hell because hey, we gotta pay bills, right? We live on a land that was freely given, but we don't live on it free. You know, we don't have custody over our children. We gotta work ourselves to death, literally. You know, and food is poison. Our women turn against us. Our children turn against us. The government is against us. What more of a hell is this than that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then you have people that are actually born even worse off than that.
Yeah.
With debilitating diseases, big ass heads. You know, children that can't grow past a certain age and they look like old men in baby bodies. I mean, these are super duper hellish conditions, you know? So what more of a hell is it than that? So when the brothers going into, when they talk about hell, the fiery furnace that they talk about is actually, I believe it's a Roman fable or a Greek fable?
I'm talking about Hades.
Hades, yes, it's a fable. It's something that just existed. It was an actual literal place. I think it was a place where they would burn trash or something like that.
Oh, you're talking about the Israelites.
Yeah, the Israelites, yeah. And they would burn trash here, and it got to the point where it was so hot, they would call it, there was so much burning, so much on fire, they used to call it hell. And translate it into a fable that we know today. What you got?
I'm just going to add to what you just said, because basically what you're saying lines up with Ecclesiastes 3:16, the boils of our some place of judgment. Those are judgments. Second Ezra 14 and verse 35, it says, "For after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again."
See?
After death, you appear before the throne, like Apostle Paul said in 2 Corinthians 5th chapter. We all must appear before the judgment seat.
Yep.
And then we play, we wait in the heavens in the spirit world, and then we come back in the earth and live out our judgment.
That's right.
Yeah, as the brother was saying, and some people's judgment are super horrendous. Some people's judgment are light. Hey, some children are inside the womb and they get judged while they're in the womb.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some children get born and a straight bullet may come through the house and they get judged off that. You may sit there and say, damn, it was just a baby. But you can say, whoever perished being innocent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey, the Lord don't care when it comes to judgment. He's like, hey, judgment is judgment. And you're going to get it when I say you're going to get it. You know?
Yep.
Because you was mentioning how Esau wants us to be shaken in the flesh, man. You know what I'm saying? This goes with David. Acts chapter 2 and verse 25, and it says, "For David spake concerning him, for I foresaw the Lord always before my face, for he is on my right hand, that I should not be moved." Right, man. He knew that Yahweh Shem Yahushua was on his side, man. So regardless, he couldn't be shaken, man. You know, verse 26, "Therefore did my heart rejoice, my tongue was glad. Moreover, also my flesh shall rest in hope, because thou wilt not leave my soul in hell. Neither wilt thou suffer my holy one to see corruption." Right, man. So maybe even call this place hell, man. So you know this is a condition, a place that you guys, you know, live
Right.
out, man. You know?
That scripture's actually
But read it back, because I'm gonna continue to build it.
For David, verse 25, Acts 2, verse 25, "For David spake concerning him, I foresaw the Lord always."
So David was prophesying,
Right.
He was prophesying.
concerning him, Yahweh.
Concerning Yahweh, right. Continue.
"Before my face, for he is on my right hand, that I should not be moved. Therefore did my heart rejoice, and my tongue was glad. Moreover, also my flesh shall rest in hope, because thou wilt not leave my soul in hell. Neither wilt thou suffer thy Holy One to see corruption."
Yeah, it says he will not leave his soul in hell. When Yahweh after Yahweh was, put, quote unquote, put to death, he died on the cross. The Lord had, what was his name? It was John. The individual that gathered Yahweh's body. After, well, it was an individual that gathered in Yahweh's body, and he made sure that Yahweh had a tomb.
Yep.
When the women and the prophets went to go see Yahweh, they saw that the tombs moved. His body wasn't there anymore.
Right.
Why? Because the angels had taken his body back to heaven, and his body would not see corruption here on earth. So, yeah, these idiots out here will love. Where's the bones of the prophets? Where's the body of the Lord? Hey, man, the body of the Lord, we know for sure, is in the heavens, man.
Right, because he went up on the cloud. Acts 1.
That's right.
He went up on the cloud on the chariot.
That's why they don't have his body anymore. You know what I'm saying? Where's his body at? They say, well, because we don't have his body, he didn't exist.
Joseph, yeah, Joseph.
Joseph,
John.
This is Psalm. This is Psalm chapter 139, verse 8. "If I ascend up into heaven, thou art there. If I make my bed in hell,
Hey, Shalom.
behold, thou art there."
So this is David speaking, because when we recollect on the accounts and the events of David's life, David had high moments and David had extremely low moments, man. You know, him getting the glory for defeating Goliath, that was a high moment. Him ascending into a state of bliss. Hey, the Lord was there because the Lord put him in that situation. All right. Now, before he became king, Saul having that evil spirit turned onto him. He stood up and threw a javelin and tried to put it through David's chest, man. He had the same individual that you helped get all of this land unto, that you grew up, you done even married the man daughter, he tried to put you to death. And then after he become king, his sons tried to absorb authority and tried to take the throne from him, man. So he was constantly on his toes, man. But he said, with it all, whether I make my bed in heaven, Salaki, whether I send up into heaven or whether I make my bed in hell, that ain't no fiery place, man. I don't think a pillar could exist under such high temperatures, man. Unless they must be talking about the planet Earth, you being in a lower state. You having unfortunate and misfortune upon the earth because the Lord has sent you there under the sun. It's a place of judgment.
This is 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 4. "For if God spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell, and delivered them into chains of darkness.
Let's break that down. Let's start from the top.
This is 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 4. For God spared not the angels that sinned.
Man, who is that? That's speaking of the elect, man. Because the elect came in the flesh, man. Yahweh Shai came in the flesh. Who we know is Adam. We came as King Solomon. We come in the flesh, man.
Which angel means?
Which means a messenger, man.
Yep.
Which means messenger. We got celestial, which means of the heavens. Celestial, then we got terrestrial.
Yep.
Right, which is of the earth, and we're terrestrial. But the Lord is showing you that, hey, it started in the heavens, man. Right? Read that back, Bible shop.
Well, this is 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 4. For God spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell.
Yep. Into a bad place, a hellish condition, a place of judgment.
And delivered them into chains of darkness.
That's the flesh, man. That thing that also tempts you daily, man. Here it is, it could be the Sabbath thing. Hey, your rib is feeling foxy. You gotta turn it down. Or you ain't ate in 3 days. Hell, they push you a plate of pork, man, through the jail bars, man. that thing, that chain of darkness, that thing that constantly wants to go against the will and the words of Yahweh Shai. That's what they was cast into, man. That Yahweh Shai came forth for to show us that, yo, man, this can be done. And now Yahweh Shai came, every man on the planet Earth would still be saying, yo, man, nobody can keep this. Nobody can keep this law. But Yahweh Shai showed us, man. Because the Lord is so. We'll get to it.
I was going to say, also add on to your point, change the darkness also going towards or lies of deceit. When I was starting to think of sin, he said, you should know the truth. The truth, that's going to set you free. The truth is going to set you free from the flesh.
Yep.
Because the flesh is what goes off. The flesh is what is abomination. It ain't the spirit. Because everything in the spirit is in perfect order with the Lord. It's written right there in the Lord's Prayer, man.
Yep.
Order on earth as it is in heaven.
Yep.
Yep.
So it ain't no angels wrong. Everything is in order, man. All right, you go ahead and bring that up.
Finish it off. To be reserved unto judgment.
To be reserved unto judgment. Then Ecclesiastes just bring that out in 3:16. Read that back.
Read it. Okay.
Yeah,
This is 2 Peter.
All right, come. Read that.
This is 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 4. For if God spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell, and delivered them into chains of darkness, to be reserved unto judgment.
Reserved unto judgment. So the elect really have it. Well, they went through that so-called quote-unquote judgment, just as Yahweh Shai went through his when we last saw him on earth, man. So these certain men are still going through their judgments, man, because the story ain't done. It ain't been fulfilled. But you come in the flesh and you will go through hell, man. Every man of the Lord is going through hell. Not a place under the ground. Not a place that you can, you got to find your way into. No, this is a place. All you got to do is just breathe out, man. You in this meat sack. This trick bag, as the brother would like to call it in Birmingham. It's a trick bag, man. You're subject unto all forms of judgment when you breathe this out in this flesh. You got it?
Yeah, this is Romans 7, and I'm going to start at verse 23. And it says, but I see another law in my members, warring against the law of my mind and bringing me into captivity to the law of sin, which is in my members. O wretched man that I am, who shall deliver me from this body of death?
Man, now just think, the chains of darkness, man.
Right.
These chains, when you come in this flesh, it constantly causes you to sin. Sin is darkness, man, because righteousness is light. So these angels that Esau want to mystify are here on earth, man, and you looking at them, man. Whether he be on the sidewalk, eating out of a trash can, or up here speaking the word of the Lord, that's an angel of Yahweh Shai. If his line go back to being an Israelite, man. Read that.
Yeah, this is Romans 7 and 23, and it says, but I see another law in my members, warring against the law of my mind, and bringing me into the captivity to the law of sin, which is in my members.
The war of my members, warring against the read that the very first verse.
But I see But I see another law in my members,
The law of his members is what? His flesh, man. Go, continue.
warring against the law of my mind.
The spirit, man. The spirit, because law goes back to the word mind goes back to heart, law, which means your mind. It's all synonymous, man. So his body, his flesh is warring against his spirit. The
Yep.
spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak.
Oh, just about, yeah, that's it.
Continue.
God, bringing me into the captivity to the law of sin which is in my members.
To the law of sin, which is in his members, because the flesh is created to go off, man. All right, was that it?
No, one more verse. It says, "O wretched man that I am, who shall deliver me from the body of this death?"
Yeah, so he said, "Oh, wretched man as I am," and this is a righteous man speaking. That makes you think of what the scripture say, that our righteousness is as filthy rags. So what is IUIC out here pushing? Keep the law, keep the law. Yeah, that goes without saying. Keep the law. Duh, dummy. That's 101. But we understand that Yahweh Shai came what? Is that mediator, that propitiation, that tether, that lamb for all of our wickedness, for all of our shortcomings.
Yep.
Yahweh Shai is there to mediate that, man.
Yep.
He's there to be that cover. But we
can't
still keep the law. We still keep the law to the best of our ability.
Right.
Oh man,
So we make void the law? No.
I got that.
Come on, man.
I was just about to get
Hey,
there.
What
bring it
happened?
out, man. Did a brother have something? I think he was holding something.
I got something. This is Romans chapter 3, verse 23. For all have sinned and come short of the glory of the Most High.
Yeah, so we have all sinned. They love to say that in the church. But you know what they do? They use that verse to say, yo, man, we're under grace. We're not under the law of the Lord. We're under grace. Now we're under the new covenant.
Right.
That's what they would like to push, man. But nah, he says what?
God, this is Romans chapter 3, verse 23. For all have sinned and come short of the glory of the Most High.
For all have sinned, but the difference between all that have sinned and the men of the Lord, they're gonna what? They're gonna get up. Though thou fallest 7 times, he's gonna what? He's gonna get up again, and he's gonna continue to push towards that mark of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Yep.
Continuing on. This is Romans chapter 3, verse 24. Being justified freely by his grace through the redemption that is in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai.
And what is that redemption? The Lord bringing us back, man. By us what? Us putting forth ourselves as that living sacrifice. Us doing the work. Us keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. Us having his full understanding, being like-minded.
Could you go down to Jory and 3?
31.
48, read from there, read from 28 to 31. Yeah, you keep on going.
This is Romans chapter 3, verse 25. Whom God has set forth to be appropriation through faith in his
faith,
blood.
man. Not just through us keeping the law as we should, but through faith that every time I do slip, the Lord got me. So therefore, let me get my ass up and do better tomorrow than I did today. Whatever caused me to slip and fall, I know how to avoid that slip fall, that pitfall tomorrow. Yahweh Shai got me, he got me covered. But if I think the law itself justifies me, yo, man, I'm already in the fence here.
We don't need Yahweh Shai.
Yeah,
we don't need Yahweh Shai.
You be in the fence.
That's our Savior.
But see, that's why they don't use his name. Because they think they justify the law, so it's not pertinent that we use the name of Yahweh Shai. That's their perspective.
They worship the Lord.
Yep.
See, cut. This is Romans chapter 3, verse 25. Whom God has set forth to be appropriation through faith in his blood.
Who Yahweh sent. All right? Remember, Yahweh sent this individual.
Yep.
So we can't supersede him. We can't go around. There's no other way through. There's no
Right.
there's no way to the Father but through Yahweh Shai, man.
Right.
Continue
To declare his righteousness for the remission of sins.
to declare the righteousness of the Most High and Yahweh Shai's what? For the remissions of sin. Yahweh Shai came here and died for us, man.
Right.
He was righteous when he walked this earth as Yahweh Shai.
Yep.
Hey, Bobby,
He was righteous, man. He was righteous.
We got a classic.
Bobby, I can bring out a
Go on.
word. Appropriation. It means a making one's own. Okay? Making one's own. So when it says appropriation, Yahweh Shai made us his.
Yeah, right. Oh, beautiful. Hey, brother got a class here. Now, brother,
This is the book of St. John, chapter 3, verse 16.
that's the one that all the Christians go to, right? Who are they talking about in the scriptures, man?
God, it reads, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish but have everlasting life."
This how that question was. Such the Bible search.
Right, huh?
Look up that word world.
Yeah.
But I also got this.
Now you got it.
This is Isaiah chapter 45, verse 17. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord. With an everlasting salvation, ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded. World without end. What world we talking
And
about?
then to be fair, it's like, I was gonna say that's a beautiful precept, but to be fair, that world is the age without end. That's because our rulership is going to be a perpetual rulership. This world right here is a harmonious arrangement. This is the government of the nation of Israel.
That's right.
No?
But it's always a
But
cut.
say Israel.
It's a cut on nuance. That's what I like about the Lord, like how he writes certain things. It's the cut on nuance. He tries to use the world and he tries to generalize it and he tries to put a nuance into it. The Lord still got it. What that would contradict it. What does that mean? It forces you to go into these words and actually look them up. That's why that's the importance of reading them. It's also part of the world. Yeah, it's not the same what the world is a world. Still call us a word. World without end.
Right.
That's the age. Like you just, that's why you just don't get the world. Because this is the world.
This up for you. Appreciate it.
World in John 3:16, the blue letter, is cosmos in the Greek. And it says in the biblical usage, an apt and harmonious arrangement or constitution, order, government.
Yeah, the Constitution of America is different from the Constitution of Canada. The NBA world is totally different from the NFL. Hey, we call it football over here.
Right.
We're talking about American pigskin. They call it football across the pond. They're talking about a soccer ball with Melee, man. You
Right.
see? It's many worlds, man.
Right.
It's a harmonious arrangement. When LeBron signs a contract, does he get paid by the MLS league? Does he get paid by a soccer team?
Right.
Does he get paid by the NFL? Or does he get paid by the NBA? That's that harmonious arrangement, that constitution, that agreement that the Lord made with his people.
Right.
That's why he separated us from the Egyptians. Let them go serve their God, man. Their power. That's on it.
This is John 17:9, and it says, I pray for them. I pray not for the world, but them which thou hast given them, because they are thine.
So it would make you hold it. It would make you think that the Lord is he contradicts himself. It says that our Father is not a power of confusion.
Right.
Man, that he should change.
Right.
Yeah, he's not the author of confusion. The one. So bring that out, Baba Bashar.
It's John 17:9, and it says, I pray for them. I pray not for the world.
So I pray for them, that harmonious arrangement, that contract that I made with the world of Israel. I pray for them.
Right.
That's what the Lord meant by it. But he said, I pray not for the world. Yo, I pray not for this entity over here. I ain't got nothing to do with them. But when you look it up, it's speaking of the people. It's speaking of what? The people of the earth.
Yep.
So the Lord said, I ain't praying for the world, I pray for my people. He's putting my people back in my and putting everything back in its proper order. What I need to pray for y'all for, my people gonna do is right.
Right.
They need me.
Yeah, and truly they elect. They elect or they should.
I got one.
Yeah.
This is the book of Mark, the 13th chapter, the 20th verse. It says, and except that the Lord had shortened those days, no flesh should be saved.
Yeah, that's why everybody right now. Time moving faster, man.
Right.
Damn, boys, this scene we just came into 2023.
Right, look.
And we already here.
Hey, Baba the shop. Just to add, you can read that back.
Well, this is the book of Saint Mark, the 13th chapter and the 20th verse. And except that the Lord had shortened those days. No flesh should be saved.
If you look at what's happening in the world right now, you see all of these toxic spills. You see the fish dying, you see the birds falling out of the sky, the soil is being polluted, the water is being polluted, right? This shit is going to have a permanent effect on the people and on the flesh. Not to mention, this devil is saying, he's saying by 2025, 50 to 70% of the people on this earth will be no longer breathing. This is coming out of his own projections. This is 2 years from now.
Right.
What the hell is about to happen within the next 2 years that's going to cause that type of massive death? Well, guess what? We already know about wars and nuclear wars and all that
Right,
stuff.
right.
But it's something that's going to happen between now and now. What is going to be so horrible about this? That shit is already happening. It's already set in motion. Already the massive extinction and the massive death is already happening. So while everybody's sitting here playing games, still out here trying to do what they normally do, Esau set things in motion to get rid of y'all asses.
Right.
And not really he is the Lord, but it's going to be a lot of death, and he ain't going to stop. Habakkuk the 2nd chapter says that he is a proud man.
That cannot be satisfied.
And he is as death. Death is a black hole. It is never satisfied. Death does never get tired of receiving more people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That is what he's likening Esau onto, is as death. So this nigga is about to kill every single person he can.
Yeah, they're great sacrifices coming,
Yeah.
man.
Yep.
Hey, the men of the Lord are putting it forth that great sacrifice now. The sacrifice to come is against 2/3, man. That great sacrifice Esau is finna push forth. Hey, man, you people deserve it.
The scripture speaks about many down the family.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is cut off the supply chain. Nobody is self-sufficient anymore.
Right.
Everybody's in these populated areas. All you gotta do is cut off the supply chain for 4 weeks, man.
Yeah.
That's millions of people dead.
It's already dwindling.
Yeah.
Supply chain's already dwindling. We got people on the inside that know these things. And when you look, go on YouTube and just put in supply chain detrimental.
Yeah.
You want to see what's happening. It starts with the cargo, and then the people can't get the food throughout the city because of truck drivers. And then on top of that, they heavy tax for the truck drivers and digging into their pockets.
Yeah.
Where they don't even want to work anymore.
Yeah.
And all the strikes and stuff.
And before the trucks, the imports, ocean, stuff not getting shipped. Yeah, cargo.
Yeah.
Cargo.
You can't get no imports if you got Russian or Iranian submarines taking out the food that's supposed to come to America. You niggas are gonna starve to death, man.
And not to mention, too, not to mention, because they did that through globalism, which was on purpose, right? But not to mention, they're also killing all of the local farmers.
Yep.
All of the people that are locally producing food, they're destroying their lands and their shit. So they are, this is man, like if you can't see the setup, everyone's like, these are coincidences that are happening. Man, the Lord got y'all, the Lord got y'all blind, man.
Hey, bring up that precept you had.
Oh, okay, yeah. But before the spirit's about to pass, but this is Galatians chapter 2, verse 21, as you brought out with Yahweh Shai and how his sacrifice not in vain, because you scream law, law, law. His sacrifice was for us to receive that grace. So this is Galatians chapter 2, verse 21. It mentions, or it reads, I do not frustrate the grace of the Most High, for if righteousness can't come by the law, then Yahweh Shai is dead in vain. Then mean he sacrificed for no reason. You got it.
Hey, read it back. Read it back. Read it back.
This is Galatians chapter 2, verse 21. Yep. I do not frustrate the grace of the Most High.
Cause the Lord to be pissed off by what? Your constant dripping of really abominable sayings at this point. Man.
Yeah.
It's abominable in the sight of the Lord because you're not causing someone to cleave unto the Lord. You're causing them to further fall away from Him. Man. They have some form of righteousness within their own, like they can actually take the Lord to law, man. You can't take the Lord to law, bro.
Right.
The spirit is, listen, the law was set up for the governing of the flesh that it may live, man.
Right.
Beautiful, bro. Idiots, man. Yeah. Is that it?
No, it says, man, hold on. Verse 20, since you said that, verse 20. I am crucified with Yahweh Shai. Nevertheless, I live, yet not I, but Yahweh Shai liveth in me. And the life which I now live in the flesh, I live by the faith of the Son of God, who loved me and gave himself for me. I do not frustrate the grace of the Most High, for if righteousness come by the law, then Yahweh Shai is dead in vain.
My God,
Yeah, you just willingly ignorant.
You just willingly ignorant, man. Like, come on, you can't drink milk, bro?
Yeah.
Hey, bring out what you have.
This is Galatians chapter 3, verse 23. But before faith came, we were kept under the law.
So before faith came, we were kept under the law. So which means what? Anytime that any offense came, you had to go to the book and you were judged by the book. There was no particular quote unquote gray areas, man. All right? Unless it was a statute for it. That's what statutes are for. Statutes are for gray areas, man. Like the grape doctrine.
Right.
Well, read it again. This is Galatians chapter 3, verse 23. But before faith came, we were kept under the law, shut up until the faith which should afterwards be revealed. Verse 24. Wherefore the law was our schoolmaster to bring us unto Hamashiach Yahushua.
Because the law showed us that, yo, in this flesh is tedious, man. It's damn near impossible. Like, yo, this body is set up. Once you come into the understanding of the law, statutes, and commandments, you understand that they can be kept, but it's somewhat grievous unto the flesh, man. That we need Yahweh, that we had to have Yahweh Shai come to show us that it can be done. He showed us how to get it done, and he showed us because I came in the flesh. Hey, yo, man, I got some. I have mercy. This thing is kind of grievous to come in this flesh, but hey, you still push towards that mark, man.
I got the schoolmaster real quick. Schoolmaster, you better in the Greek is behind the gods. It's like I mispronounced it. The Bible usually goes to a tutor.
Yeah, so he showed us, man. He came in the flesh to show us, like, yo, this can be done. Now read that back.
This is Galatians chapter 3, verse 24. Wherefore the law was our schoolmaster. And we just went into that schoolmaster going to a tutor. To bring us unto Hamashiach Yahushua.
Hey, through the constant going off of these scriptures and the constant judgments of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, yo, hey man, I need somebody to show me how to do it. Right. I need somebody to, hey, have mercy on me when I go off, man. Continue.
I got tutor real quick on the online etymology. Tutor goes to a guardian.
Right, because a tutor is patience. A tutor understands that, yo, you kind of lacking this area. You're lacking this area. We're gonna build you up, man. So Yahweh Shai built us up.
Continue. Yeah, it goes to guardian, watcher, and it also says to protect.
So Yahweh Shai is our protection because, hey man, we have on mixed fabrics right now, man. We can't keep the law in its entirety in this society. If we was in our kingdom, that'd be one thing. But we're in captivity, man. The land of our captivity.
This is Galatians chapter 3, verse 24. Wherefore the law was our schoolmaster to bring us unto Hamashiach Yahushua, that we might be justified by faith.
Faith, man. Not just by our works, but by faith, because you're gonna have 11 Israelites that he didn't put in the word. He just had faith, man.
Yeah.
Just seeing, yo, this individual, that 11 Israelite, going so far back to the heart, it's gonna like find other individuals in there.
This is Galatians chapter 3, verse 24. Wherefore the law was our schoolmaster to bring us unto Hamashiach Yahushua, that we might be justified by faith. But after that faith is come, we are no longer under a schoolmaster. For ye are all the children of the Most High by faith in Hamashiach Yahushua.
Because at some point in this walk, brother ain't got it. Hey, you shouldn't line yourself up. You shouldn't do this. You know how to move in the spirit according to how the Lord is dealing with you. But it's all the same understanding, the same principles.
That's why you have that parable about hiding your talent in the napkin.
Exactly,
You know, so because the gifts that the Lord give you, you're supposed to exercise that so the brothers that's coming up can feed off of you, so on and so forth. You got it.
Because I just wanted to go into, we ain't supposed to teach the law, but that don't mean that you don't do do as far as the Lord is concerned. Verse 26, and it says, "Willingly, after we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remain no more sacrifice for sins." So, you know, we still have an obligation to do those things that we know we're supposed to do according to the law that we can do. You know, so we can like not commit adultery, don't commit adultery. You know, and you know, and don't be covetous towards your brother, don't be covetous towards your brother. You know, those are things that we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
You know, but if you going out being a nigga, oh, I'm an Israelite, but I'm gonna smash my man's wife. Well, what you're saying is that I don't want the Lord's sacrifice. You know, that's what you're really saying. Because he ain't gonna, it ain't like, it's like you're going to jail, right? You're going to jail, and your mom bail you out. Your son, you know, we didn't raise you to be this way. We didn't raise you to do this way. You know, if you do this again, you know, you're taking my grace, you know, you're taking advantage of it. I'm not going to bail your ass out no more, you know? So you give them that opportunity. The Lord gave us that opportunity, right? Now, of course, we're going to mess up here and there. That's what the grace is for. You know what I'm saying? The grace is for us to mess up. Damn, man, I slipped up. Forgive me, Lord. Yeah, I know you messed up. I know you didn't do it on purpose. So I'm going to go ahead and let that one ride. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to let that one ride because I know you didn't do it on purpose, you know? But then your son ended up in jail again and went and robbed a bank and robbed somebody. And he called you mom. Nigga did not tell you, forgive my French, that if you do this again, I'm not going to go to you out. You're going to have to eat what's coming to you. That's what that's talking about. You know now. You know better. I done sat down and I told you, you'll see what happens when you do this. You're going to go back and you're going to do it again. Why should I help you? Why should I? That means how should I got to die twice for you? Nah, he ain't doing that.
Kind. This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 9, verse 10. For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me. Verse 11.
Yeah, that's 2/3 of our own people. Such have received benefits in this life and have not known. Jake has a proclivity towards spirituality, and whatever he's into, Jake can see the spirit in it. Jake has a proclivity to be spiritual. But it says what?
It says, for such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me.
But you don't know the Lord. You don't know why the Lord keeps you alive. You don't know to what purpose you on the earth for, man.
Continuing on. Verse 11. 2nd Esdras chapter 9, verse 11.
Same people.
Yep. And they that have loathed my law.
Yeah, so you got the individuals that did this, the Lord pulled those guys out of that place. And now these individuals got the law of the Lord. These same individuals. Alright? Until you once didn't know the Lord, now you know him.
Yep. I got a quick precept just to go into it about the ones that loathe the law of the Lord. This is Proverbs chapter 13, verse 13. Whoso despiseth the word shall be destroyed. Woo. But he that feareth the commandment shall be rewarded.
Yeah, so you fear the commandments of the Lord, including the name, what? You receive benefit. When you despise, you destroy. And it's clear. A lot of these individuals, the Bible says, they despise the Lord. If you're falling out over the trade, you despise the Lord. Over woman, over the hair, over keeping your hair low, or whether it's a beard, no lineup, with no tattoos. Hey man, hey, you're that guy. You despise the law of the Lord, man. Continue.
This is 2nd Esdras chapter 9, verse 11. And they that have loathed my law, while they had yet liberty.
You had a chance to get in the good graces of the Heavenly Father.
And when as yet place of repentance was open unto them.
That door you could have came through. The door is wide open, like they say in the Christian church. The doors of the church are open.
Yeah.
The doors of the church are open. See?
Understood not, but despised it.
Yeah, you understood it not. How did you not understand it? Because you despised it when you heard it. You didn't incline to get an understanding of the Lord. Right. Oh, why did you say that about the Negro man? Get the understanding. Why did you say this about the market? What is the RFID chip? Oh, it's not embargo. Oh, it's not Christianity. Oh, it's not this. It's not sin. It's not sin. Yeah.
Okay. 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 12. The same must know it after death by pain.
All these excuses, whatever. All of that fake humility that you show the Lord. I gave a homeless dude a sandwich the other day. I know I'm an Israelite. I gave this homeless dude a sandwich. You know what I'm saying? Those same niggas is gonna know it after death by pain. Read that back? The end Salah.
Good. The 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 12. The same must know it after death by pain.
By pain. Here it is. You're going throughout this entire life questioning why. Even Israelites that's in the faith, man. They're beginning to be confounded. Because the Lord said when he walks with you and you moving in a sincere spirit towards him, he ain't gonna put you in a situation that you're confounded. To be confounded is to come out on the other end confused. Like, what the hell is that? Right. The Lord will never put you in that situation. Sometimes you gotta sit and be patient, and then you'll understand the full picture of it. But the Lord will never just have you out there asked out, not having an understanding as to why. These people will, man. They're gonna be asked out, not having a question, not being comforted in that time. Man. You can bring out what you have.
Oh, quick. You know what you're just going into. This is Psalms chapter 71, verse 1. Indeed, O Lord, do I put my trust. Let me never be put to confusion.
Never let me be put to confusion. Never let me be being derision before my enemies. Put to shame. Put to shame. Yeah, put to shame. Be put to shame before my enemies, man. Here it is, I'm professing the Lord. The Lord allowed me to follow my faith. Like the J Devil went to go get his own thing, man. With the elephant. During the time of the Lord was dealing with the tribe of Levi, man.
Yeah.
The Hasmonean, that's what I was trying to say. The Hasmonean dynasty, man. What did he do? He went and he got down.
Yeah.
He got down, put some dudes to jump on top of his
He wanted a name, he wanted a reputation.
He wanted that name, and what happened in the end, man? You got what you asked for, man.
You see, you got all glory.
See? It happens, it's going, that time is back, man. These individuals seeking their own vain glory.
Yeah.
I'm going to jump down. This is 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 15. I have said before, and now do speak, and will speak it also hereafter, that there be many more of them which perish, than of them which shall be saved.
Yeah, many more days perish.
Oh, Nate, well, I read for him then. Because like I said, I got to leave early. So I read for him. Okay, come.
Many shall perish.
Okay, come.
2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 15. I have said
he just
before,
waiting on me.
and now do speak, and will speak it also hereafter.
He said it before, he said it now do speak, so he's
Unless you have somebody else want to read.
It now do speak. The sound is here, man. It's coming out. He hasn't finished the sentence. Let's put it, he hasn't finished the note. He's still in the process of the note being played.
And will speak it also hereafter, that there be many more of them which perish, than of them which shall be saved.
Many more. It's going to be a lot of Israelites that come into this thing here soon, man. You think all of them make it? No, man. There's going to be a lot of them that perish, man. It's going this walk that we're upon. It's it's the straight. Deep water on one, fire on the other. Yo, man, it's a straight and narrow.
This is Romans chapter 9, verse 27. Isaiah also cried concerning Israel. Though the number of the children of Israel be as the sand of the sea, a remnant shall be saved. This is Romans chapter 9, verse 27. Isaiah also cried concerning Israel.
Concerning you so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, some of them English, right? People on this side, whether you agree or disagree,
though the number of the children of Israel be as the sand of the sea, a remnant shall be saved.
Hey, what is a remnant? It's a small portion, it's a small section, man. And it's really a speciality that comes with it. If you don't say, you say the best, when you're talking about the remnant, you say the best, like an expansion draft. Who is LeBron in that? Is LeBron on that list? He's a part of the remnant. I'm keeping this guy. I'm keeping KD. I'm keeping Tyler. Hey, the first fruits I'm keeping. But the rest of it, hey man, they going to the
But they
ground.
end up winning the call.
That's what the Lord is saying. I'll finish off. Just read that.
One of our friends.
Step down.
This is Romans chapter 9, verse 27. Isaiah also cried concerning Israel. Though the number of the children of Israel be as the sand of the sea, a remnant shall be saved.
That's why Esau is coming with his inoculation, man, because he understands that we are as the sands of the sea. You got brothers that look like a Judite, and he really a Gadite. You'll have a Gadite, and he look like an Issacharite. You'll have a Naphthalite, and he'll look like a Manasseh. Hey, what was the sands of the sea? We come in many shapes, forms, and fashions, man. Right. And Esau understands this. That's why he must go forth in that great wrath, and he's gonna push this. Hey, he's gonna push it, man. He's gonna push the shot.
That's right.
What? Because we are as the sands of the sea, and the Lord is going to allow him to be successful in that enterprise, that great sacrifice is coming. That's why it's so remnant shall be saved. Because the majority of our people are going to get like the land is going, and it's waiting. Thus said Yahweh Hashem Yahweh.
Change gears a little bit. We got the month of March coming up, and according to Brother can hold Isaiah 32 around the 9th verse. We got March coming up, and that's going to be the month where government assistance is going to start to be cut off. You know, and there's been a lot of heat going around. You know, I watched, been watching the apostles and elder brothers, and it's coming back around again about the woman. You know, and guess what? Your time is about to come.
That's right.
You know, the time is finally coming around the corner. Because now the federal government is losing the ability to give you the assistance that you once had. You're not going to have access to that government assistance, that WIC, food stamps,
Right.
that's subsidized housing.
Right.
You know, you're not going to have access to that.
Right.
Right.
The out of so-called black people, the person that's getting evicted the most is a so-called black woman right now. She's getting evicted at a rate of 2 to 1.
Yep.
Right? Well, guess what? What does Scripture say? The brother can hold that, where it says, "Pride goeth before a fall, and a haughty pride goeth before a fall, and a haughty spirit before destruction."
Thessalonians.
You know, because that's what's about to happen. Y'all women have been prideful, you have been haughty, and you just been outright destructive. You guys, you women, have destroyed the Israelite man as much, if not more, than Esau.
Right. Done.
Like y'all are just a destructive force. And brother, you can grab that.
This is Isaiah chapter 32, verse 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech.
Now, the elders and the apostles been out there on the highways and the byways for years. That's the voice of the Lord.
Right.
You don't think this precept have been coming out telling women to get back in their place?
Yeah.
And Lord gives long warnings. I mean, like, for us, it's very repetitious. But it has to be done because our people are hard-headed. And the Lord knows that our people are hard-headed. He said we're sottish children.
Yeah.
You know, stiff-necked people.
Stiff neck. Huh?
So, you know, when you're stiff-necked and you're sottish, you got to get the same message over and over and over again.
Yep.
And the Lord is the ultimate Jake, so he know what he made. He know that he made a stiff-necked, sottish people that won't hear the word of the Lord. He know that. Y'all women are much more stiff-necked and much more sottish than Jake. Jake can only get spanked so many times before he'll say, you know what, I ain't doing that shit no more. Even the most worst of Jakes that I spent years in prison, they'll get out and they say, hey man, whatever I did to go in there, I ain't doing it no more. But not so y'all women. Y'all won't do that. Y'all sit there and see the core destruction going on within y'all household. And y'all see it cross-generationally. And y'all will still promote the same behavior.
Yeah. Yep.
It's just absolutely foolishness. But guess what? The Lord said, rise up, you women that are at ease. He's saying you because you've been in that. You had it on easy street.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, in the 1970s, they created programs, social programs to allow women to ostracize the men so they can lean on the government. They created social programs to where you can literally say, I don't need a man, I don't want a man, I don't have to have one. And then created
materials, media to promote the strong independent mindset. This shit just didn't happen now.
Right.
This shit been happening.
Right, right.
All
Good.
that shit. You know?
Back when the stamps was paper money.
Yeah.
That went on the card.
Yep.
You mentioned, I think you mentioned in Thursday camp where child support came about in the year 2000.
Yeah. Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
In the 90s.
Yeah, so yeah, before 2000, yeah.
That came about in the 90s, Bill Clinton. And then, and guess how many women jumped on it? Nobody, you know, the scriptures always talk about how consider your latter end. Consider the end of things.
They bid off of it. They didn't even realize.
They didn't even realize it, like, man, this shit gonna destroy us. You can bring out what you got.
This is Sirach chapter 3, verse 9. It says, for the blessing of the Father, because he was going into the government assistance and stuff, and he saw pushing out. It says, for the blessing of the Father, establishing the houses of children, but the curse of the mother rooted out foundation.
Right.
See that, and that's a heavy point because Because look at what's happening in the household right now since the woman is taking over. There is no family.
Right.
There is no family. The house established, and I'm a father, and I got children living with me, and right now I'm establishing my family in my household.
Right.
But women, they don't have the wisdom and knowledge and understanding to be leaders.
Right.
It was not given to them. It was given to the man to be that way.
Right.
So what Esau had done was he's taken the woman and put her in a position of authority because he knows this.
Yeah, right.
Esau knows this shit.
Yeah.
He knows that, hey, if I give the woman the authority in the house, why is it that now, you know, before the man would get full custody of the children and now the women do?
Yeah, that's why suicide rates is at an all-time high. Why? Because the woman is in charge of the house. These kids don't know how to deal with stress because these women don't know how to deal with stress. The only person that was killing themselves in the 1930s and 40s, hell, even back to the 20s, the early days of it, was Esau.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
he's a talk.
That's
He's a beta male.
fun.
So kill yourself, dude.
That's right,
But
man.
when Jacob took the male out, when the Israelite men got taken out of the house, all of a sudden, these little boys killing themselves and stuff.
Yeah.
Why? Because they take on the spirit of the woman.
That's the truth, bro.
Now, just to go back to what the brother was saying. Look, the woman, she's emotional. The children become emotional.
Right.
They don't have a man there to teach them how to bring their emotions in, to look at things through a logical lens.
Yeah.
You know, they don't have the ability to teach them that. Then they say nonsense like I got to be the man and the woman. Men have testicles. They have testosterone.
Right.
You know, they have testicular fortitude. They have the ability to focus in a subjective and objective situations to get the best outcome. Men have that, women don't.
Cut.
Right. And they create these chemicals in the foods to take that even away further from the men.
That's
bro.
right.
Yeah.
This is Isaiah chapter 32, verse 10. Many days and years shall ye be troubled,
Yep.
ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come.
You notice how he keeps reiterating careless.
Yeah.
Careless. Y'all are careless. Like, and they don't care.
They don't.
They really don't care. They don't care about the children. They don't care about the household. They don't care about the man.
Okay, about honor.
They don't care about honor. They don't care about duty.
And then they say, fuck them kids, fuck them kids.
Yeah.
They think about, I got you. They think about the bag. I gotta get the bag. I gotta get the money. You know? But what about those things that are most valuable that you can't see? Honor, dignity, integrity, duty, support, honesty, love, respect.
Yeah.
Like those things are they create a flowing household. What about them?
Right.
You can be in a very hard knock situation and have order in your house
That's right.
and get out of that shit.
Right.
Right.
But try being in a hard knock situation and having disorder in your house starting from the woman.
Forget about
How
it,
can
bro.
you get out of it?
Forget about it, bro.
Right.
How?
Ain't
It's just
happening.
like how do these households that's in these countries that doesn't have the money flowing, you know, how people want it in America.
Yeah.
But the family structure
That's a good point.
is so much better.
That's a good point.
See? So
It is.
that's the same thing that the brother's saying that that's what we gotta get to, man. It's all about how we raise our family and not raising them in materialistic things.
Con.
That's what it is.
You know what I'm saying? Get out of that materialistic shit, man.
Ton.
Okay?
And then you can't even reason with these demons.
Right.
Like, you can't even reason with them, you know? It's like, all I'm trying to do is put things in order. I'm not roaring around, like, and then the women got this whole submission thing so ass backwards. Submit to I ain't submit to him. I ain't trying to wash clothes. I ain't trying to clean the house.
Ass backwards, bro.
Yeah.
But you want to go out and get ran through.
Right.
That's your idea of freedom.
Yep.
That's why the Lord said y'all careless.
Right.
That's your idea of being independent.
Yeah.
Going out and riding the carousel.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Wow, they've been deceived.
that's it right there. That's
Wow.
that. Wow. And then now you got this thing where you say a consent to sex isn't a consent to pregnancy. This is what women are saying now. The whole purpose of sex is for procreation.
But and then it's published and it's certified by the so-called white man. It's like,
This is why this is known as Babylon.
Yeah. Right.
Because it's the land of confusion.
Yep.
You know, that's why we yearn to get out of this place, because nothing makes sense, because we hold ourselves according to the laws,
That's right.
and commandments that's written in that book. For instance, tells us to be fruitful and multiply.
Right.
But then if we try to have children, we like the brothers going to, we get put on child support.
Yep.
Yeah. We get kicked out of our house to where we can't even see our children.
Yeah.
The black women just kill your kids. Yeah, they'll put
Yeah.
your kids to death without even, coming to you.
Yep.
Like, hey,
know?
like that chick.
Good point.
Man, and I just was thinking like, God damn, man, so awful. The woman, she had 3 children. She was feeding them melatonin. She gave the children melatonin and they OD'd and never woke up from their sleep.
That's crazy, bro.
Hey, you know, bro, I'm so lucky. Yeah, it's a lot of women. It's a lot of young Israelite women doing this.
Yeah.
Because they don't understand. They don't know how to raise these kids.
They like
They
patience.
don't, I'm gonna put it.
trying to knock them out for 10 hours straight.
They
Yeah.
don't know how to soothe and be a mother to these kids, bro.
Yeah.
These kids get to crying. They crying for a reason. You see what I'm saying? And they like, well, God, give them melatonin. Let's just, they go to sleep. You gotta be a parent to their ass. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be a mother to these kids.
Hey, could
I got a
somebody
quick one for you.
yeah, I got you. Could somebody hold Deuteronomy 28 and 56? Just have that on deck for me. Go ahead and bring out what you got, and then go ahead and bring out what you got and then finish that.
This is the book of Matthew, St. Matthew, chapter 12, verse 29. It says, verse 29, or else, how can one enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods, except he first bind the strong man, and then he will spoil his own?
Right. Right.
The woman's not the head of the house. And they're so idiotic and simple. They didn't realize that Esau used them, the so-called white man used the women to bind us up with child support, with the prison system. All right, with all this other madness.
With 911.
With 911, with all the snares that he sets up.
Yeah.
All right, only to be able to spoil our children and ultimately, and likewise spoil them, the women.
That's right.
You don't have any honor in the society. You're just pieces of meat.
That is
And you
right.
can thank Esau for that, and you can thank yourself for following him.
Yeah.
Right.
Good point, bro.
And the brother brought it out beautifully. He needed to bind the strong man